Hey there everyone, Nicola Light here, remembering you back into your own light. I hope you are all well, all well, all well. It's quite an interesting day today. I had a little bit of a late night, which was wonderful. And I had a call in the morning, and this afternoon I had a nap before I started my video content. So I'm honouring my reality in this now moment. So I hope you are all doing the same too. Is that sometimes we're shoehorned into a space where we don't want to be. And through our ascension journey, we do tend to find ourselves having to fit in, which doesn't necessarily actually sort of make us feel very good about our reality. And if we are the creators of it, why would we do that to ourselves? And that is the collective energy. And that is the video that I want to be talking about today, which is all about authenticity and the collective field. So before we get into the video itself, I just want you to just take a note of the information down below in my description box, which is all about me. If you want to look at any referral links to my work, so nicolalight.com, or referral links to my light language course on Udemy, have a little look at those below. Okay, like and subscribe and all that beautiful stuff. You know, you don't need to say it, but comment as well. That helps my makes the analytics fly. And thank you to everybody that supports me by liking and commenting. And I love seeing the same people talk to me through the process, and for all my Patreons and members too. So we're going to talk about this wonderful field of energy that we call the collective. So I'm going to use my whiteboard, and light language will come forward. And if you're new to my channel, you might sort of wonder what it is that I'm talking about when I speak in this very strange voice. But just know that these codes assist you in the remembrance of your soul's journey. Check that video out that I have, which I'll see if I can link up to this video, is about remembrance codes. So have a little look at that on my channel, which will help you understand what remembrance codes are all about. Almasiakiot und Grabaxiant et and Agrabashakiot und Agrasi. Doremasiak Pargere Bishumakiata. So our reality that we are living in is a box. Okay, it's physicality. We are in a box. Da. Alamasiagiot und Grabakianta. Alasiagiot und Olebesia Makietanisia. Alamasia Bakiunto Olomasibakiata. And within the box, there are boxes. And within each reality, we have a point of focus to where we are at. So we might be in this box here, and we might want to focus here. And then another day, we might want to focus here. So we focus from a point of physicality through our five senses. With our five senses, we see the reality of how it sits. Now, within that reality of living in a box, we also then live within a reality which is like a circle. And within that circle, there's this esoteric essence of who we are, which is the soul's journey. So we're a soul living in a box, a soul living in a physical body. This vessel, this beautiful vessel, assists us with the game which we're playing, which is the box, the reality of the collective. So within the reality of the collective, everybody's held within that field of energy, which is a soup box of, or a soup of collective energetics. So there's the soup. You've got all these people that are in the soup playing the game. So you've got a box within a circle and the wider scale of things within a box itself. The boxes are physicality, and the circles are the essence, are the esoteric. So when we've got form and flow, this is shown with a circle and a square. Okay. Now, alamasiakiant alakianto alusubai tititite shut to kunamasiabakianta alesimakiatam. When you are playing your game and you find yourself expanding out with your energy, you find yourself getting too big for the collective. Your energy within the collective starts to really grow. And to be in that collective field of energy is really difficult to play the game. You find yourself from a higher perspective of energetic flowing systems is that you just become too big. You come too big for the game of living with others with that vibration, and it can feel really sticky from a 5D perspective when you're walking the path alongside others that are resonating at a lower frequency. So this sort of sense of connection to the collective starts to shift and morph and change. So this is the collective field. You're getting too big for your boots, which is basically the ascension. So we're ascending out of the box of collective field, which is then detaching you from the reality of the collective. Okay? You become then sovereign in your own light within your own reality of being. You own your own box of reality and not playing in this box. You expand out through all time and space and you grow into your own creator of the reality rather than playing the game within a game within a game, bumping up against this person, 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 this person in their games, which is the collective field of energy. So as we're moving through that vibration and we're starting to expand our energy, the detachment from the collective is becoming more and more and more apparent to the mind. And the mind sees ourselves wanting to detach from media, wanting to detach from different types of foods, different people with lower vibrations. It's a sort of a automatic detachment that goes on, the materialism for materialism's sake, rather than really honouring something that has been created and then honoured for being in our lives. The jumper is like, oh my God, this jumper is so beautiful because it keeps me warm. Rather than, oh, it's a fashion, I'll chuck it away next week. I'll wear it a couple of times and then, it'd be fine. It's a cheapy one and it'd be right. No, you really honor your reality and the creations that you create, rather than, oh, it's fine. Okay. So what happens then is then we start to move out. I didn't want to use red. I want to use green. So we start to move out of the reality. And we're holding a vibration, of a higher frequency of light. It doesn't mean to say that we're in 5D. 5D is a level of consciousness. It is a vibration that we are holding. 5D is a placement of a perception of our reality. It's not a place. 5D is energetic. It's a flowing system of consciousness that we can pull down information that supports the vibration of it. When we're in this reality, within this collective, it holds a third dimensional perspective, which is lower than a fifth dimension. And within it, then we then pull in the information from the collective field. Okay, so when we transcend 3D and move into 5D, we take ourselves out of this reality and place ourselves in our own creation. We become the creators of our reality, and that allows us to start to invoke different emotional states, different perspectives, different connections to higher realms of understanding as we ascend into the greater knowing of all that we are through all time and space. Our perception of our reality shifts and morphs and changes. The point of this particular video itself was within this call that I was doing with this particular lady was quite a profound information that came through, is that we have and hold, on some cases, on most cases, a liability or a contract to help and assist others that are in the reality of the 3D reality. We have a connection from ourselves to this person here. And as we sort of stand side by side to them, we support them by maybe transmuting negative energy through our energetic field, or supporting them in nurturing them. But as we become more independent and a sovereign being of light, this connection is severed. The cord and the contract to an individual to support them is lessened and detached from in your healing journey. So you become a sovereign being of light within your own light source. This field of energy makes you into this wonderful, beautiful light being. You connect your column of light and you fortify it and you stand in your own right. Here, these souls are siphoning energy out of your system, and they're relying upon you for their rights, as almost like a little limpet sort of hanging on to your energetic flow, because you're working on yourself, but the collective is draining the energy from you. So as you move out into a central column of light and you're feeling yourself more sovereign, the detachments from all these others, and it might be people that you don't actually know, it might be that you're actually sort of giving all your energy here, and here, and you're purging for the collective. Are you finding that you're purging for the collective? That for some reason that you're actually finding yourself feeling ill because it's an empathic response, and you're creating a sense of like, oh my god, this isn't my energy. I'm purging physically on my ascension journey for the collective because I'm bound into this perspective here, because that's what I signed up for when I dove into this energetic field of being a part of the collective. But what I'm saying here is that as we learn and grow and morph and change, we can jump out of the collective field and become a sovereign being of light, in an independent bubble of being. We detach from collective purges. You hold your light and you hold it well, and you as an individual, singularity, right, I'm fidgeting, single frigidality, individuality, you hold your light, you are sovereign, you move through, everything that you do is for you. When you become a fully fledged column of light, a sovereign being, you choose to come back in to assist. You choose to assist another. You choose to invoke and to remember why you came here, to create. You have a choice to work back in the collective field. You are not bound to the collective field. You're not trapped in the collective field. You become sovereign. You move out of the game of being recycled. You shift. You become sovereign. So if you find yourself really sort of empathic and you find yourself just purging for others and really sort of like, do you know what, I'm doing this for the collective yet again. You go into your energetic field and you allow yourself to rise. You ask and you will receive a disconnection. Now, you may find that a little bit difficult to understand on how to actually process that, but once you get to this state, you'll know. There'll be an inner knowing that you can detach from the collective, and it will be a natural process for many. But the conscious understanding of this information coming forward will help you in the conscious movement into this state of being. Rather than not being aware that you can actually come out of this system and, you know, this, once you're out of the system, you're out of the system, but you choose to go back in. You're not hooked into it. I do hope that this sort of helps with your healing journey. And I probably will do some codes, actually. I'll do a light language transmission to assist with the release of that. I'll do some on YouTube, but I'll do a big purgy one for my members and my Patreon. So if you want to access those particular codes of detaching out of the 5D reality, that will be accessible on that platform. But I will bring some codes in for the collective field here on YouTube for you. That. And of course, you can always book in a session with me if you want to, which is nicolalight.com, if you want a one-to-one disconnection from the collective field. What happens is what they're just sort of talking about here is that it's not necessarily in the now moment that you'll be disconnected from it. You will need to know that you are in the vibration of it to be disconnected from. Okay, so just because I'm going to come in with some codes doesn't mean automatically that you've got a rite of passage to actually leave this game until you get to a place where you're actually ready to leave the game, because you know that you are sovereign. So there is an ascension journey within it. You just can't literally, Nicola just can't give you a load of codes and then you're suddenly over here. So do be aware of that as well. Okay, there is that rise within yourself that needs to happen, the rite of passage, before you actually physically, mentally feel the disconnection from the collective. Okay. Encasta. Alla massia bakian todo olo spice and edwan ala kian todo ola sia vare bisimakiata na a. Della massia bakian todo ala bisimakiatam. So I'm going to leave that video here for you all here on YouTube, and I'm going to continue this video for my Patreons and my members. I'm going to go a bit deeper into the understanding of where is this and where does that fit into a new collective. So I'm going to come in and continue this video. So if you want to access that information, then check out my Patreon and members platform, which will be in the descriptions below, and also I think it's sort of like around about here on the screen, which is on the content part at the top of the video. So, hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Just know that we are all rising. We will all naturally move ourselves through this journey. But if you want extra information on that, as I said, just check out all the links and I'll see you in the next part of the video. So then, let us move on into where actually do you go when you're here? Okay. So we know that there's this sort of collective field of energy here, and that we're connecting to all of these different people. There's an empathic response. We feel there's a responsibility because it's sort of within our template. We understand all of that reality as it sits, okay? Oh, we're going to wipe the whole thing out, I think. No, here. Okay. So we have our central column of light. We have the physical body. Upon the land, and the energy comes through. It moves into Gaia that sits here. There's the world beneath our feet, and the energy flows up into higher levels of consciousness. You can't see that. Here we go. Whoop. So yeah, it flows up into higher levels of consciousness. We put one here. So as we're going through the reality of the exchange, of the disconnection from the reality of the 3D perspective, the collective field, where the energy tends to get siphoned off our energetic flow because we're assisting many around us, okay? Become a sovereign being of light, and our energy gets fortified. We become this beautiful, beaming, booming, energetic. So if we look at ourselves with that sort of similar template to the collective of the reality of 3D reality, we move out of the old system and we move ourselves into a new system. So this is a 3D reality bubble and this is a 5D reality bubble. The movement through the bridge of it is the sticky layer of the fourth. The fourth energetic field is the rite of passage to hook ourselves into the collective of the fifth dimensional beingness. Now, there is a fluctuation between the reality of being in the third dimension and in the collective field into then the collective field of the fifth dimensional shift in reality, which enables you to connect to your multi-dimensional aspects. These are like our galactic, our elements are all that we are. So sort of angels and all that beautiful stuff. Okay. So within our multidimensionality, we can then start to hook into and be assisted by 5-dimensional beingness. Okay. But we need to transcend and walk through the path of the lower fourth, which is the transitional period of moving from one place to another, because we might then end up coming back in here and we go back and we go back and we go back to. But as we cross this bridge here, we're healing. So this is the sort of like the healing zone. Okay. Here, we're at the top of the game. We're at the top of the game and we're feeling mighty fine and we're feeling very expansive. And here we're starting to get really big in our boots. We've outgrown the third dimensional energetic field where the lower beingness is starting to siphon off our energy. because we're growing bigger in our size. We've got to move from this pod through the healing journey, the transitional journey, into this space. But when we hit here, we're quite small compared to these other beingnesses, which are really large. So what we do is we tap into the energy of our multidimensionality to upsurge our energy through the journey into the fifth dimension. We're moving our energetic field from one placement of connection to another place of connection, but we're healing through the journey of the transference of energy as we're expanding out and we're learning and growing into this field of energy. And again, if you then look at as we grow up into this reality, we move through the transitional and then we work with higher beings. And the sixth dimension is the shifting through the reality. We morph and change, we grow stronger, and we then rise. And the level of consciousness is held within these bubbles of consciousness. There has to be a sense of connectivity and a sense of a construct, that the level of consciousness is held in with an entwinement of energy. When you're in a box of reality, this is a bit messy, sorry. When you're in a box of reality, then you're in a construct, you're in physicality. When you're in flow, you're in energetic connection, right? Now, within the energetic connection of the 3D reality, you might be in your family members, like your connection to others around you, your neighbours, the friends, the people you walk past in the street. The connectivity and the entwinement is within your reality that you're perceiving to be. As you move up through the reality, you're moving then into the connectivity with your galactic heritage, your the elementals, the angels, or whatever it may be. The conscious connective comes together and entwines, but that field of energy is expansive for you to tap into. As you learn and grow, you move into that field of energy. But because we have a physical body, we are earth-bound. Now, the earth is actually shifted and is shifted into holding the vibration that is far beyond the collective field of humans. And the ascension is then creating this sort of sense of, so humanity is starting to rise because they have to. The Earth's going, come on, up you get, up you get, up you get. He's going up, 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 up. So humanity is starting to shake out of the 3D reality so that the collective, which is the new world, yeah, the new world is the vibration of the souls that are collectively coming together in union on this planetary system. It's not a different planet, but within this vibration upon the planet, the collective come together, and this is the ascension journey of coming together and collaborating with people, coming in with groups, vibrating at the level of which you want to vibe at. So we shift together and we shift our level of consciousness into another reality of collective. So in physicality, the physical body comes with us, but also we also expand into the reality of connection to multidimensional aspects, which is then interacting and entwining with the collective energy of the universe as we start to interconnect with our galactic aspects of self, and goes up beyond into other realities as we start to shift our level of consciousness and connection into different realities of being, which is something that we're not going to talk about in this particular video. But the healing zone is very, very important. The journey from the collective of the 3D reality to the fifth, in that journey, to hold the resonance embodied state, you need to have gone through this wall of remembrance. And this wall of remembrance will hold the density that once you were. So that is the integration of your shadow self. It is the lower fourth. It is the realm of distortion. It is seeing what you are not. And these sort of fields of energy are this is the journey of transition. So I hope that's useful for you. Okay, thank you. Da. Alamasiakiant olabasiankia tota alesia bawesha tere mesi tuini malesha ale da mama ma 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 ma. So the what was that all about? So the reality of it is that we then start to have a completely different reality in the game that we're playing, because we're starting to mix and mingle with all these beautiful people. And as we're moving through it, these people start to resonate. We start to morph and change into that. And the collective field of energy that anchors you down, so is the first part of the video, is that the siphoning of the energy of the collective is disconnected from our healing journey of detachment from others that are holding a lower vibration is a natural process. But the interaction with our template of purging for the collective needs to be sorted out. If you're finding that you are one of those people that are purging for the collective, meaning that you feel this is not my energy I'm dealing with, you really need to sort of seek your inner guidance within this so that you can then transcend that connection, cord and contract so that you can rise into your sovereignty of light. So as I said, connect with me if you need assistance within that, because it sometimes can be a case of needing to heal a multidimensional aspect to integrate into your system to allow you to ascend through the journey. So it might be some healing not only here in the fourth dimension, but you might need a transitional connection in the quantum field. So that's another type of journey that you can work on yourself and be empowered, but just know that I'm here to assist you if you did need that. Or da. So we're going to call it a day on this video. Call it a day. And I hope that this information sort of will help you on your journey into the light, which you are. So, from me, Nicola Light, thank you for joining me here on Patreon and on my YouTube membership. I really do appreciate you joining me on this. If you are new to the group, please make sure that you share and comment anything that sort of comes across your mind. And if you want to private message me on Patreon, then do so. You've got your private messaging little portal. So that's it from me, Nicola. I'll see you all soon. Love you all. Take care, everyone. Bye.